Welcome to the only place where real, raw, and vulnerable conversations happen with IFBB bikini pros to give you an inside look at their struggles, strategies, mindset, passions, and all of life beyond the stage. This podcast is made to inspire, motivate, and remind competitors and the average gym goer that even the most extreme lifestyles and elite athletes have their ups and downs. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I'm your host, Celeste Rains-Turk, and now it's time for the Confessions of a Bikini Pro podcast. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me for this special episode that I decided to do because we have had some really amazing women on this podcast. In fact, every single person who has been on this podcast always amazes me, and I consider myself so lucky to be able to facilitate these conversations. And this episode is going to celebrate the women who we've had on who are competing at the Arnold tomorrow. And I'm so excited for each and every single one of them. And I put together a very quick mashup of some of the highlights from their episodes. Now, I want to say the mashup itself is going to be interesting. I tried to put together sound bites and clips that could flow in the sense of categories or topics together. The beautiful thing about talking to all these unique and amazing women and doing my best to have different topics of conversation is that it's not always the easiest to find things that flow because I don't always ask the same questions. So with that in mind, I decided to do a few clips from each person's episode and I sprinkled them throughout. So of course, the girls who we've had on the show, who you're going to see competing this weekend if you watch the Arnold, are Camile Periat, Alessia Facchin, Alexandria Ross, Beatriz Biscaia, and of course, Daraja Hill. So these women are all featured in this episode with clips from their previous episodes. I am going to include a link to each of their individual episodes as well, so we can celebrate them this weekend and wish them luck. So make sure you take screenshots, send them lots of love because they show up for us and they cheer us on as well, and they're positive representations for us in this sport. And I feel so lucky to have had them on, and even more so lucky to call some of them my friends, and even beyond that, to be able to share this little mashup I made with you. I hope you enjoy it, and I look forward to hearing your feedback and, of course, putting together some more fun and, amazing episodes moving forward, which, by the way, I threw this episode together honestly last minute because I was having so many technical difficulties with it, but I knew I would make it happen. So I'm recording this literally the night before, and I was able to get all the mashups sorted because I kept having technology crashes, but it was meant to be because these athletes deserve it. So I hope you all enjoy. And if you are wondering who is speaking at what time and which episode they're from, I'm going to put the order of appearance in the episode show notes. So make sure you check that out always on celestial.fit/podcast. And without further ado, to all of the Arnold competitors tomorrow, as well as the girls who have been on this show, we are all wishing you a lot of luck. I appreciate you and care about you all, and I know that you're all going to shine because you're amazing and you made it. Here we go.
I love the mental idea of the competition because you, in the week of the competition, you see your body change and you like it. You try to have, for all competition, more different bodies. So it's like a change. It's like a harder work on gym and see on the stage your work. So it's very little time because it's few minutes than the long time that you work out, that you follow the diet, and the stage is just enjoy what you have do before. So
competing for me was like something that was going to give me that goal to reach forwards outside of just myself. Like I needed something to kind of push me, and it did just that. And it just I was so happy and excited to meet other competitors that I could relate to, made some friends that I still talk to now, and some are actually my teammates now. So I just had so much fun.
Girls, and it is intimidating. And you're like, oh my gosh, like, wow, look at her. And I can say like 99% of these women that I've met they are really rad. Like it's cool. It's a cool thing.
But besides that, everything keeps the same. You just have, like, in my point of view, you just have more responsibility about the others and about the way they see you, because you are on the front of the IFBB. Now, not on the front, but you have a higher position about IFBB. You have to represent the federation and everything. And then about your team, about your family. But the bigger part, you have to defend yourself, and you have to reflect from the inside to the outside that you are a pro, and you have to be it. I think that in my mind I have to be.
And if I would go back and change anything, or if it was something that I could tell myself to make better. And every single thing that's happened in my journey as a competitor has literally brought me to this point today. And so with that, like, I really wouldn't change anything.
I have to just, dedicate that time to my training, and I might be having to split up, my cardio on some days, but you just map it out, plan ahead, organize your time, and get it done.
An example, I have 40 minutes of cardio. Okay, I will wake up 5 minutes before, because I have to go downstairs and and everything, and go to the Stairmaster or go to the treadmill or something like that, and I have to count the 5 minutes so I will be on time. And
you need to show your body with posing, so you need to train every day the posing like your gym training, normal, your program. So it's very important. And feel yourself better and better every time.
I was just tired of letting myself just be less than what I don't even know, because I really never even have seen, like, I've never seen myself as someone that's like meant for amazing things and destined for greatness. But I knew what felt good in my heart and what felt good to me, and I just went with that feeling.
Oh yeah, I think that now I don't have thoughts about giving up, because I don't have reasons for that. But before, as I was an amateur, I had nothing to win or to lose if I was giving up. And yeah, going to the overall so many times and losing it, and like placing second in the overall, it's so freaking frustrating. That sometimes, yeah, people and me, I thought that maybe someday it would happen. So yeah, I had to keep going.
Just like, nah, I'm not ready. And you would just like find something weird, like a weird hair on your head, and be like, see, look at this hair. I'm not ready. Or like you would just, and you just find every excuse. And then, but I do appreciate, like, my coach, he will be like, no, like, you're doing it. And I know, because he is so black and white, I know that he would never put me in a position where if I wasn't ready, he'd be like, yeah, you're good, go ahead. So I think just having that relationship and trusting that has helped me.
Because if you try to follow, and maybe the day before they change the head judge, you have work for nothing. So no, we not follow this. We just put on stage the best version.
And that is something, because I am there peak week, I can't even tell you, honestly, because it is so different every time. He will look at me daily. And based off that, he will tell me what he wants me to do. He'll kind of sometimes he'll give me a plan, but then usually it changes. A few meals will change, or something will be added, manipulated. So peak week is different, I can say, every single time. I mean, it's the same in the sense usually with, like, and I'm not saying this is, everybody has different methods. So please do not be like, oh, well, she doesn't, so I'm going to do it. But I saw take risks to understand and to try new things out. So it also applies in your off season, exploring new foods, trying things out, having fun with it.
And now I don't really have feelings like that anymore, where I'm jealous of other women, or I look at someone else's physique and I wish that I looked like that. I'm just kind of like, wow, like, good for her.
And so when it comes down to training and wanting to look a certain way or adding muscle, okay, well, that is like the slowest process ever. And it takes so much time. And so people are like, 12 weeks transformation, I'm going to look like this. No, I saw all the way through. I drink my normal amount of water. I don't water load. I know somebody asked about water loading. I don't water load, but that is for my body. There's other people's peak weeks that they do that and it works great. But for me, like, it's kind of
I don't do like this like magical potion or anything different.
Because when I started competing, I already was in high school. So so my friends on that time and my school, they started knowing me before I turned an athlete and a competing athlete and then a pro. So they always knew how I was, and they always have been there seeing my way through to the pro thing.
You go out the door and be like, it's really, my goals changed, which means that my approach and my plan had to change. And that was just something that I had to accept.
Well, there you have it. I hope you enjoyed listening to this awesome mashup of all these amazing women who are competing tomorrow's insights and realizing that anything is possible. It's possible for you, and you could be up there one day too. We can be inspired by them. We're all in this together, and I'm just consistently blown away. And it's funny because I don't always go back and listen to episodes, so when I create these mashups, I'm just in awe all over again, and I hope you guys feel the same way. Thank you for allowing me to do what I do. Thank you to the competitors for coming on and sharing your stories, your beliefs, your passions, your insights with us, and I'll see you guys for the next episode. We are almost to 100. I cannot believe it. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll talk to you soon.